Right, you are telling wrong, then the spotting, then the teacher who is taking the spotting will make it altogether zero, even if you answer the side question correctly. Okay. So see, these are the test wise, the anterior surface is a bit uneven, but the posterior surface is a bit smooth. So this is not the way. This is the way the hero hangs. All are right here. Okay. So see what happens actually. When you hold the kidney fast, they ask you to hold it 100% at the side, right or left. So first to go to hilum. Okay. In the hilum, there are three things: vein, artery, ureter. Okay. So what is the relation they usually ask? Even if kidney is spotting, they can ask name the structure passing through hilum, and answer is before backwards. It is renal vein, renal artery, and pelvis of ureter, or simply ureter. Okay. So VAU, the mnemonic most taught in many places. Now see over here, if you find, see in this specimen, this is the my left hand holding left hand holding renal vein with that thin one. This is renal artery, thick one, and this is ureter going down. So this is the renal vein. Okay, VAU. This is renal artery. This is the ureter. Up to the lower pole of kidney, it is pelvis of ureter. Okay. Now see in the right kidney, suppose what is the relation? First thing is that how to hold its position correctly. The hilum should be medial. Okay. The anterior surface would be a bit more uneven compared to posterior surface, and the ureter should be the posteriormost structure at the hilum and going down. So if I make it like this, okay, see, again on this side also hilum is medial, but see the ureter is becoming anteriormost structure. So this is the wrong side. This is the exact side, right side. Left kidney is not here somehow. So see, what they ask you the parts: upper pole, lower pole, medial border with the hilum, lateral border with the anterior surface, posterior surface. Then the most common question is what are the structures of the hilum? VAU, vein, artery, ureter. Then they ask the relations to show. Okay. In the right kidney over here, it will be suprarenal impression. See, suprarenal impression. Okay. Then this is the for the duodenum, for the vertical part of duodenum. This area is for the liver, hepatic area. Then inside jejunal area, outside colic area. Because the loops of small are inside and the loops of large bladder are outside. Then what the relation behind? In the upper part, there is diaphragm, the diaphragm and ribs. See, the right side has the liver. That is very huge structure. So the right kidney displays a bit below. So behind the right kidney, you get only one rib, 12 rib. Okay, because liver displaces the right kidney way below. Then in the lower part, what you get? Three muscles, PQT. Psoas major, quadratus lumborum, transversus abdominis. Okay. And on the quadratus lumborum, what you get? Subcostal vessels are nerve, above down, iliohypogastric nerve, ilioinguinal nerve. And on the right side, you get the fourth lumbar artery. Okay. So this is the relations that you need to show. Okay. Then if you see the left kidney, so that is over here. So see, this way, kidney, okay, not right kidney. Here you can find the ureter going down, but I am holding it the ureter going down. Okay, and here you find the left kidney immersed in fat. Okay, and see. Obviously, what they ask you, like the right kidney, what are the relations of the anterior surface of left kidney and what are the posterior relations? Okay, anterior relation is totally different. On one side here, you get this is this suprarenal area, okay, and this is the splenic area. In between them, this triangle is gastric impression, then pancreatic impression, then below inside jejunal area, outside colic area. Okay, and behind you see upper part again diaphragm, but two ribs because due to the absence of liver, the left kidney bit up 11th and 12th rib. Then below that, again PQT, psoas major from medial to lateral side, quadratus lumborum, transversus abdominis. On the middle muscle, on the quadratus lumborum, again same thing. Subcostal vessel nerve, iliohypogastric nerve, ilioinguinal nerve, but there is no fourth lumbar artery here. The fourth lumbar artery is only on the posterior relation of lower part of right kidney. Okay. Then rest is theory. Okay. Rest is theory. So kidney task is the renal arterial segment. Okay. That. So see the renal artery when it approaches the kidney, gives you two arteries: anterior segmental, posterior segmental. Posterior segmental artery is single, but the anterior segmental artery has got four divisions: omul, apical, upper middle, lower. So that is what they ask. What are the renal arterial segments? In each side there is an anterior segment, posterior segment. Posterior segment single, undivided, but on the anterior side you get apical, upper middle, lower. Okay. Omul you can remember for your convenience. Okay. Then In the final exam, they ask the developmental sources of kidney. Okay, they can ask you about polycystic kidney, ortho kidney. See, when you are given a viscera in the window or in your grand viva, they are also asked to histology and development. And development anomaly. Okay, so please be prepared for that. So there is nothing much to show in kidney. Okay. Going to the anterior posterior relation, they are asked to show, and the spotting, the very common question is what are structure passing in the hilum, or name many four structure pass related anteriorly, or name many four structure related posteriorly. But the first 1 mark is for the kidney name and which side. And if you make the side wrong, some people make it totally zero.
The side खाली on left खाली कोई देगा तो
नहीं राइट किडनी इधर तक राइट टा देखो
again
यूरेटर का अच्छे दिस विल गो डाउन
again
and so posterior structure the एपट धर पारे लेफ्ट करी can this side the ureter become anterior structure
अच्छा
एठी जो अच्छी एठी टोटली this side
जानी हो नहीं
लेफ्ट किडनी से
राइट रे जोटा हले
ureter should be going down and it should be the most posterior structure at the hilum तो एटा एपट धर पारी can एपट धरले कोन हो ना ureter सब आगे
अच्छा
एटा is right